I can't do it.
And you never will unless you stay still.
I'm trying, but my head is spinning.
Breathe. Let the images rise. Good. Now you must rekindle the memory. Tell me what you remember.
I remember an explosion. The rift opened wide. The cycle was about to vanish. Master called us. I could feel his worry. He sent Lucy and Obak to scout, but not me. He said I wasn't ready.
Then what happened?
They left. And when Master went back to work, I left too, without his permission.
There. The memory is ready now. Tell your story, Mazarim. Let it live again.
I can see it now.
It was already too late when I arrived. The rift was tearing through Mystralia's sky. I knew I had to start moving. The forest was already taken. The rift awakened old memories. Shadows risen from the past. I had never seen them before, but I was trained to face them. I had learned to channel their memories. The deeper I went, the more shadows there were. Ghosts. Where were the living souls?
Just when I thought no one was left, I found her.
Who? Mazarim, is that you? You were supposed to stay at the temple. You disobeyed the master.
I'll deal with the old man later, Lucy. What's going on here?
These shadows. Some of them are my people. They're fighting, burning again. And the mages, it's like the war has returned.
Listen, I know I shouldn't have followed you, but here I am. So what can I do?
You can't stay here alone. Oh, my head. It's spinning. Obak should be nearby. Find him. I need to regain my senses.
She had sent me to find Obak, but I had no idea where to go. I heard a familiar voice and chose to follow it. Obak. It was his voice, but it was no longer him.
Amek! Amek! Can you hear?
I was looking for you. I slipped away after you left.
They're all dead. Please, please answer me, Amek. Amek, yell if you can hear me!
Dead? What are you talking about? And who is Amek?
I told you to drop it! Stubborn dumb rock! Amek, where are you? I swear, brother, I'll find you safe and sound, and then I'll beat you up myself!
That's how I ended up back at the temple. Toka got me in discreetly. I wanted to stay unseen, but the master was already waiting.
So, you return at last, my disciple.
Master, I know I disobeyed, but we'll have to skip the punishment part for now. It's about Obak. He sent me back here.
He did? Good. At least one of you has some sense. A rift has burst through this cycle, Mazarim.
But you don't understand. Obak wasn't himself.
Enough. I will not hear your excuses. You left without permission. Now you must answer for it. The Timeless One awaits.
Goddess, you wanted to see me? Sorry for disobeying. I won't do it again, okay? Can I go now?
A watcher may leave or stay, but every choice carries its own weight.
I just wanted to be useful. That's why I followed the others.
If the Watcher wishes to be useful, he must begin by asking the right questions.
Okay. Why has the rift torn the cycle open? Why were there so many shadows on Mystralia?
Because Mystralia is drowning in its own past.
Obak. It was like he wasn't really there. Was he trapped inside memories?
The answer may lie in the past, but the past itself, yours and Mystralia's, is now in peril.
What does that mean? How does someone save the past?
The Guardians, they carry traces of every memory in the world.
If the rift began in Mystralia, they will remember.
A young Watcher could learn much by speaking to them.
Wait, a young Watcher as in me? I thought I came here to be punished. You want me to go and meet the Guardians?
It is not the role of time to punish, but those who seek the truth are sometimes punished by what they find.
And then the Timeless One rose. I watched her cross the temple sky, unable to move. It felt like the end of the world. And somehow, my beginning. It was time to go. I was back on Mystralia, lifted by the blessing of the goddess, but grounded by the weight of duty. Reach the Guardians. A destination. That was all I had. No road, no instructions. Except one. Keep going. I was finally walking the path. I was the only Watcher who had never crossed it. The only one who hadn't met the Guardians. But all that was about to change. First ancestral lesson.
I had no idea what they meant back then. Was this the Mage's machine? Looks all rusted now.
I'll never forget my first encounter with the masked priest.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Are you speaking to me, sir?
The ravage of the forest has lasted long enough!
I see. I got here too late. Shadows already have you.
The mages strike with fire, and with fire we shall answer!
Wait. Fire?
Let the flames rise, and with them our strength.
I need to get out of here.
Shadows weren't evil, just memories and pain. Some came back to haunt Mystralia, like old ghosts, lost and wandering.
Step no further, stranger.
Sure thing. Name's Mazarim, by the way.
All right, Mazarim. Quick question. How many wolves do you see?
5 at a glance, and none of them look pleased to see me.
Indeed. 5 wolves waiting for you to make a single mistake. Now, tell me, are you haunted like the others?
Haunted? No, just a little tense. Probably because of, well, the wolves.
Good enough. Enter. But remember, I'm watching you, and so are they.
Welcome to our greenhouse, traveler. And apologies for Asta's reaction. We've all been tense since the sky turned purple.
I understand. And I'm sorry to say that what I ask of you may not be welcome.
You come here seeking the memories of our people, do you not? I was hoping we would see one of you soon.
You know of us?
Yes, one of you in particular. I know that you make sure the past stays where it should. This very morning I went to pray to the sacred tree, hoping it would send you our way. You have our blessing. Take all that you can, before the sky swallows us all.
It seems I owe you.
I'm no god.
Skyfolk. Anyway, I trust them with my life. But against what's outside, they don't stand a chance. Ghosts don't fear fangs. They get you from the inside.
Watcher,
Sorry, what did you call me?
you've come to meet the Guardians because of the rift.
I don't know who told you that, but they were well informed.
'Twas the spirits. You Watchers call them memories. Some return to us. They speak to me through the ashes. This morn, they spoke of he whom you call their arcane. The sacred tree does not fare well. The spirits wish to impart this knowledge upon you.
I would drag Obak out of his shadows.
Come on, Emek! You have to get here now! Mazarim?
You're on Mystralia, Old Rock. You and Lucy went out scouting when the rift burst open.
This camp in Mystralia. Everything's distant. Frozen. And there's something pulling at me.
You were talking to someone when I found you. Someone who wasn't there. Amek, I think.
Amek? What was I saying?
You were looking for him. In a place where everyone was dead.
Mazarim. That's a memory. One of mine. And it's trying to snag me again. I can feel it. I must go. Find the Guardians. Maybe they'll know what's going on. We'll see each other back at the temple, kid.
human friend. Glad I fished you out in one piece.
Glad? Like you doubted it?
Oh, I doubt everything now. Yesterday was fine, but today, the rift. What's next tomorrow?
That's not very comforting talk.
Oh, sorry, human friend. Didn't mean to uncomfort you. Guess I'm better at fishing than talking. Nah.
Mazarim, do I need to be an ancient dragon for you to listen? I ask you to stay at the temple, and you play deaf. But the Timeless One mentions Mystralia once, and you're already gone.
Master, here was my choice. Explore world and meet its ancient guardians, or stay here and mop the floor. What would you have done in my place?
But you're still an apprentice. The rift is not yours to handle. I am already taking care of it, my disciple.
Forgive me, Master, but the Timeless One gave me her blessing.
Fine. This is pointless. Your mind is set. All I hope is that you don't end up like Obak.
Speaking of him, how is he?
Still shaken. He got caught in a particularly rough memory, which doesn't bode well for Luciame.
Hey, kid. Just wanted to say sorry about earlier back on Mystralia. I wasn't feeling great, but I'm better now.
You sure, Old Rock? You look pretty gray to me.
Oh, a stone man looks gray joke. Real clever. I just walked out on one of the worst memories of my life, and you're laughing. You got me good, kid.
Hold on. I didn't mean it like that. I was just trying to...
Who got who now, dumb rock? You should have seen your face. I think you turned grayer than me.
That's not fair. I came to check on you, actually. Down there. You kept shouting Amik. I thought maybe you'd want to talk about it.
Amik was my brother. I carved him myself. But I don't feel like talking right now. Doesn't mean I forgot what you did, though. Without you, I'd probably still be out there, shouting his name to the wind. I owe you one.
And so I was back. But I knew better. I wasn't walking toward an ally, but toward a fight. Everything around me was fading. The sky turned violet, the trees gray. Losing its memories. The world was losing itself. This one would light my way. This place was as sacred as it was cursed.
Honores!
Greetings, priest. So, how have things been since last time we met?
Today we gather to bid farewell to the brave defenders of the forest.
Farewell? So things didn't go too well, I take it.
I once thought the flames would bring us victory. May they at least grant us rest.
I'm sorry for your loss, priest.
Let the ashes bear your souls. Through fire may come peace.
I need to get out of here.
I was going to see my spirit witch again.
Please, my sons, I beg you.
Safrana. She sounds shattered. What happened to her?
I know you're here. I can feel you. Speak to me, please. I just want to hear your voices.
Oh. Looks like the spirits didn't grant her prayers after all.
I'll burn to ashes if that's the price. Speak to your mother, my sons.
I had to rethink how I faced the shadows. couldn't take meaningless hits anymore. Not with what was waiting for me at the end of the forest. Maybe Theracon was better now. Maybe it had just been a passing weakness. Unlikely. But I stayed open to the possibility, even if I kept my fists closed. Back at the Guardian's place.
Come, Watcher. Feel the fire and claim your deliverance.
It's your deliverance I'm hoping for, Terakan. I learned about the fires. I know what you went through.
Watcher, how many times have I seen you here? You know nothing of this forest. Nothing of
I know it's your shadow speaking. And that the fire you call a miracle is the same one that made you suffer.
You talk a lot for someone who lives on a rock in the sky. You want to know my suffering? Come, I'll make you feel it.
I'm sorry, Watcher. I didn't mean to. I was trapped far away.
It's not your fault, Guardian. I'm starting to realize the rift doesn't make it easy to socialize.
The rift.
A tear in the cycle of memories. The world's been caught in its own past since it opened.
The past. That's where I was. It kept flashing before my eyes. Memories blowing through like a storm. The rift is stealing them.
If the memories vanish, the cycle vanishes too. And Mystralia with it.
Then we must keep them from vanishing. We Guardians carry all that this world remembers. Gather our echoes and return them to the cycle. Here, take the echo of the forest. Then, head for the mountains and find Meda. You must save our memories, Watcher.